This is Eagle Owl, and today I will be talking about Cooper DeJean. Low PFF grade means nothing. Also, James Bradberry will make this team, but why? And lastly, Ernest Jones. Would you like another linebacker to this group? I will actually explain why I would not want another linebacker, but let's get straight into it. All right, man. Before we hop straight into it, man, cut me some slack, man. Come on, man. Y'all don't love Eagle Owl no more, man. Come on. I just give my opinions. I've been getting attacked, but it's all good, man. We had difference of opinions. A lot of you guys don't like what I said about Nolan Smith, and that's fair. That's fair. And one thing y'all keep saying, like, I'm calling him a bust. I never said that word. I never called him that. I think he can get better. He got to work. He got to put in the work. That's all let me say about Nolan Smith, and I'm going to leave it at that. But let's get into these topics. Let's talk about Cooper DeJean, man. Cooper DeJean, he had a low PFF grade. And I don't want to say shout out to these dudes. I don't even like this page, this NFL notifications page, because they race bait too much, in my opinion. So they put out that he had the lowest grade between all starting cornerbacks with a 51.9. They use this race like he's the only white corner in the NFL, which is not true. I think the Miami Dolphins got a white corner and there's another team. So that's not true, number one. Number two, this is Cooper DeJean's first game basically in a year, and he missed basically all the training camp. So I don't think he was that bad as PFF said. I really don't. I seen the tackling. He kept stride for stride with some of these receivers. So I just don't get what PFF seen. Again, is there some work that Cooper DeJean need to do? Absolutely. Y'all heard me in my last video. I don't think he's ready. I personally think he should be redshirted. The only reason why he need a year just to develop, go through the practice, go through the playbooks. We talking about a guy that missed all of training camp, and that's a rookie. It's not hard to see that he need to be redshirted. He do. He need to learn. He got Avante Maddox there. While he's still there, he can learn from Maddox. He could take some things from Quinyon Mitchell, a guy who's been there. You got Isaiah Rodgers. You still got Darius Slay there. Like, you got some vet guys. Say what you want about James Bradberry, but James Bradberry seemed like a guy that's going to be on this roster. He can learn from James Bradberry. Like, he needs to soak in as much knowledge, get better at the game. And so when he's ready year two, he'll be ready. He'll be ready. Hopefully he don't miss any time, but I don't want to see Cooper DeJean in the regular season. The reason why I tried to compare it, like, while he was keeping up with some of these receivers that was on the field, I tried to compare it to, like, man, what if that was, CeeDee Lamb? What if that was Terry McLaurin? Hell, what if that was Malik Neighbors in New York? So I try to compare him to higher competition. How will he hold up? And to me, he just seemed like a guy that's not ready. And that's okay. That's okay if he's not ready. We talking about a guy who haven't played live action football since November and then got hurt and just came back. I'm just saying, man. While I believe the grade was a little off, me personally, I think he should have been in that 65, 70 range. But 50 to me is a bit too low. I think he played the run well. Coverage need a little work. And again, that's okay. While he got the guys that are here now, he should just be soaking in as much knowledge as possible. Got to. Maybe if we blown the team out, he get a couple snaps, but I don't think he should be even a next guy up. Like, if, for example, if Quinyon Mitchell, hopefully this don't happen, he had to miss some time. It should be like Avante Maddox or something like that. Hell, you might have to move Isaiah Rodgers and put Quinyon, on the outside or something like that. He shouldn't be seeing any time on the field, I should say. He should not. Under any circumstances, he should not, man. And that's no knock on him. I just think he just need time to heal and learn the game. But speaking of PFF, I want to talk about some guys that were highly graded. Ben VanSumeren was the highest graded guy on the Eagles. That's that's a given. We knew that. Like he was balling out of his mind. He should be anybody that's making predictions for the 53-man roster. Disclaimer, I'm not gonna do it. I mean just let everybody else do it. The reason why, because I'm stuck on the James Bradberry thing. I think my list looked like everybody else's, but it's the James Bradberry thing that's throwing me off. So I don't think I'm gonna make a list at all. I'm gonna just watch everybody, but I'm gonna give y'all current events of what's going on. But I don't think I'm gonna make a list because it'd be like you guys are watching the same video over and over and over. Y'all know me. I try to bring something, a little different. So I don't think I'm gonna make a list. I'm gonna watch everybody else's, but I don't think I'm gonna make a list. But back to the PFF grades. Yeah, Ben VanSumeren being number one, that's expected. I think Tyron Jackson was like number two. I know my guy Tristan McCullum was in that top five ish. Uh, Nick Gates, who I believe who's going to get cut, but he'll be a good guy on the practice squad. I know I won that Nick Gates a little bit because he stuck the middle fingers up at the Eagles when he was with Washington, but I can say he's been playing really good for a guy that was signed middle of training camp. So Nick Gates he's been good. I gotta give him that. So I know those guys were on the list, but VanSumeren has to make this roster because if not, he's not going to clear waivers. And two, I keep saying this, I just see T.J. Edwards and that kid, man. I see T.J. Edwards, and once T.J. Edwards broke off, I'm like, yo, T.J. When he gets opportunity, he's not going to let it go. And when he got his opportunity to be the starter to show what he got, I mean, he was the guy. He was the guy for sure. So I like VanSumeren. He's not going to clear waivers, so you have to put him on this roster. Got to. Speaking of linebackers, let's just talk about it. Let's talk about Ernest Jones. So this feel like a Hassan Reddit thing. I'm not sure his money, what's going on with his money or whatever. I know he's on the last year of his contract. And the Rams are telling him, like, yo, you could seek permission for a trade. He tweeted out, same thing Hassan Redditt did. Like, I never requested a trade. But those wasn't the reports. The reports were management went to you to seek a trade. Now, Ernest Jones, when I was looking at the fans react to it, because I always try to get the fans' reaction, it's like, yo, last year he was the second best defensive player. And we know last year it was Aaron Donald first, of course. But for people to say he's the second best, that lets you know he really got something going on. I guess the Rams are like, we don't want to pay you this money. They don't. Maybe they want some assets for him because they know they probably can't pay him. We know, I think Rams are in a bad cap situation, if I'm not mistaken. So they tell him, like, basically go get your money because we ain't going to be able to pay you, big dog. We're not going to be able to pay you. So go seek a trade. Go find a trade partner. And the Eagles, I've seen a lot of Eagles reporters, a lot of Eagles fans like, yo, we got to get him. He had 140 plus tackles. Like, I think like 4.5 sacks. He's that inside linebacker we need. I say no. This is one of the few times I would say no to a free agent coming in because I believe in the Kobe Dean. I believe in VanSumeren. And I believe in Devin White. I don't get the Zach Bond thing, but Vic Fangio believe in him. I guess I believe in him too. But you got to let them play, see what you got, see what your future holds because, again, he's on his last year. And I think if you trade for him, you got to have a contract ready. And I just don't think it's worth it as far as with the linebackers we have. I like the trajectory of Trotter Jr., the way he's going. You can develop him. So I don't think there's a urgency to go get a linebacker right now. Now, if you asked me this a couple months ago, I'm like, yes, you got to go get him. But now I've seen them play. Again, I'm seeing a development of Nakobe Dean. You got to give these dudes a chance. You have to give like Nakobe Dean and these guys a chance. So Ernest Jones coming here, nobody else is getting a chance. So I like Ernest Jones, but no. But let's talk about James Bradberry. James Bradberry look like he's going to make the team. Because I heard Nick Sirianni speak, And this is what Nick Sirianni had to say.
James Bradberry learning a new position. Why didn't he play today?
Yeah, everybody had different reasons for why they didn't play. With James again, same deal. We felt like he was in a position where we were comfortable, and that's why he didn't play.
How do you see what kind of preconceived notions you had with where your
How do you see his future with the team, Bradberry?
Yeah, obviously we like James has had some really good moments here and had some really good has been a great teammate, made some great plays here, and so yeah, I'm excited that he's here and has the versatility that he has.
Again, man, we thought he was gonna get traded. Didn't happen. Thought he was gonna get cut. Didn't happen. We just gotta face the fact. Eagles are not ready to eat that money. They don't want to eat that money, man. So they're like, any way, shape, or form, James Bradberry is going to be on this team. So I think that's the case. And maybe they wait to the trade deadline and see if they can trade him, see what they could get for him, because injuries happen, things happen. You gotta look what's going on in Dallas. Like their corner is out for 6 to 8 weeks. Not saying we are trade within a division, but if they come with the right assets and we can overprice them because they within the division, I'm just saying. Then you know what's going on in Minnesota. Like teams are losing corners, and we got a boatload of them. And I think we hold James Bradberry at least into the trade deadline. Maybe we'll let him go then, or honestly, maybe we just let him play out this year. But that's all I got for you guys today. And hey, man, what do you think and how do you feel about James Bradberry? How do you feel about VanSumeren? All the news I talked about. But this is Eagle Al, man. I'm out.